It's hard to wrap your mind around what Elon Musk just said recently. According to him, we are speeding toward a world where work is unnecessary and money eventually becomes irrelevant. That's not a small prediction, it's a complete rewriting of human society as we know it. And while the Bible has a lot to say about work, responsibility, and human purpose, let's start first with exactly what Elon said. During his conversation, Elon was asked where things are headed over the long term, and in typical Musk fashion, he didn't hesitate. Long term means maybe 10 to 20 years, he said. My prediction is that work will be optional. Optional. He repeated it for emphasis. Optional.
That will be what work is like. Optional.
He explained that in the same way you can choose to either grow vegetables in your backyard or buy them at the store, work will eventually become something people do only if they want to. Growing vegetables is harder than buying them, yet people still grow them because they enjoy it. And Musk believes that's what work will become. Something you do purely for enjoyment or meaning, not survival. According to him, rapid advancements in AI and robotics will make this possible. In fact, he went even further and argued that if progress continues at the current pace, currency itself will lose relevance. Why? Because artificially intelligent machines and humanoid robots will produce such an abundance of resources that poverty could theoretically be eliminated. And while Tesla may lead the charge, Musk predicts many companies will eventually build humanoid robots. Ultimately, he believes there's only one way to make everyone wealthy, and that's through artificial intelligence and robotics, bringing in the biblical view. At this point, the discussion shifted to CBN's Raj N, and immediately the tension became obvious. Musk predicts a world where people don't need to work, but the Bible repeatedly emphasizes that work is valuable, even sacred. Think about what Paul wrote in Colossians. Work willingly at whatever you do, as though you were working for the Lord rather than for people. Work in Scripture is not just a means to earn money, it's a form of worship, obedience, and service. And then there's the challenging verse in 2 Thessalonians 3:10. Those who are unwilling to work will not get to eat. Throughout the Bible, laziness is condemned and diligence is honored. Work is not seen as a curse. It's part of God's design for humanity. So how does that fit into Elon's vision of a future where AI eliminates most jobs? Raj's first response: he's right, and that's scary. Raj began his response by saying something surprising. Elon is probably right, and that realization might feel a little scary. He pointed out that many older generations, baby boomers, Gen X, even older millennials, often don't fully grasp the explosive potential of AI. Most people simply see AI as something that helps their grandson finish homework a little faster. But that's just the smallest tip of a very large iceberg. AI isn't just capable of answering questions, it's capable of taking over entire industries. Raj explained that task-based jobs, such as accounting, bookkeeping, data analysis, case research, customer service, scheduling, writing generic content, could be replaced almost entirely. Lawyers won't need teams of junior associates to gather information. Companies won't need large support staff. Even white-collar jobs many assumed were safe could vanish. And then there's self-driving technology, which threatens millions of trucking and transportation jobs. Ironically, Raj noted some of the safest jobs in the next 20 years will be the ones we used to call blue-collar. Plumbing, electrical work, construction, jobs requiring hands-on physical problem solving. So when Elon predicts the collapse of the workforce as we know it, Revelation 13 and buying or selling, this led Raj to something deeper, something many Christians have been discussing. The passage describes a time when people will be required to receive a mark in order to buy or sell. For centuries, people have wondered how such complete control over the global economy could ever be possible. Raj explained that universal basic income used to sound impossible. But in a world where AI takes most jobs, suddenly it doesn't sound so far-fetched. If human labor becomes unnecessary, governments may have to create new forms of economic distribution, and that opens the door for immense control. Raj read the passage. It forced all people, great and small, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a mark on their right hands or on their foreheads so that they could not buy or sell unless they had the mark. He's not saying AI is the fulfillment of this prophecy, but he believes AI and our dependence on technology could easily be tools that make such a system possible. What used to sound like science fiction now feels like something that could happen any moment. But the Christian response is not fear. Raj admitted the entire topic feels very sci-fi. Terminator, Matrix, Black Mirror. all rolled into one. The Christian response must never be fear. Jesus has already won the ultimate battle. Christians aren't called to panic. Christians are called to worship, to trust, to proclaim hope. Raj compared it to a story CBN reported about persecution in Nigeria. Despite unimaginable suffering, a Nigerian woman was filmed worshiping God with joy and courage. Her response to fear wasn't despair, it was praise. And Raj believes that should be our posture as AI reshapes the world. Worship over worry, faith over fear, courage over confusion. AI may change society, but it cannot change the sovereignty of God. Creativity, mind, and purpose. Trey then raised a different concern, not just jobs, but the weakening of the human mind itself. AI might make things easier, but it could also erode our ability to think critically, solve problems, and be creative. The human mind is like a muscle, and without exercise, it weakens. Scripture shows that God created human beings to create, build, imagine, and work. If we give those responsibilities away to machines, do we risk losing part of what makes us human? And in the larger theological picture, is Elon Musk's vision of the future compatible with Christianity? Trey pointed out that while we're not declaring that AI fulfills biblical prophecy, AI may very well play a role in the systems described in Scripture's end-time warnings. That tension, technological possibility versus biblical prophecy, is something Christians must wrestle through thoughtfully. Hope, not fear. Raj closed the conversation by emphasizing that AI is advancing far beyond simple chat programs like ChatGPT or Google Gemini. It is reshaping everything at breathtaking speed. But again, Christians should not be driven by fear. Our hope is not in technology. Our hope is not in human progress. Our hope is not in the stability of the job market. Our hope is in Yeshua, Jesus Christ, the one who has already conquered sin and death. As the world becomes more uncertain, Christians are called to be sources of hope, courage, truth, and compassion. While society panics, believers can point to the one who is unshakable. When technology changes everything, Jesus remains the same. AI is changing the world fast, but our hope isn't in the future of technology. It's in the one who holds the future. So stay grounded, stay faithful, and keep your eyes on Jesus. If this gave you something to think about, make sure to like, subscribe, and share. See you in the next one.